And now, let us prepare our hearts and our minds for a time of meditation. I invite you to find a comfortable position in your seats, close your eyes if you wish, and take a few deep breaths. Let go of any distractions or worries that may be on your mind.
I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the seas. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my peace over the mountains. I send my peace over the sea. I send my peace into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my joy over the mountains. I send my joy over the sea. I send my joy into the heavens, and it returns to me. It returns to me. Yes, it returns to me.
We breathe. We breathe into that space that Reverend Richard entered us into via the daily word, authentic. We breathe, knowing that the etymology of this word, authentic, means we have the authority to be precisely who and what we are. We are authorized to be an original. We need not copy. We need not imitate. As Basho, the Zen poet, said, do not seek to follow in the footsteps of those who have walked the path, but seek the things that they sought. Being authentic means we are being genuine. We are being real. We express the uniqueness of our divinity in the various ways that the universe expresses in, through, and as us. If the universe could express itself, which it does, as thousands of types of apples all over the planet, thousands of apples, types of apples, then why would we assume that the divine, the universe, God, source, spirit would somehow make us homogeneous, monotonous, but rather we are so vast in our uniqueness. And so we breathe, recognizing that this authority is precisely what gives us the ability to make the world a richer, more whole in experience, a healthy place for all, not just all people, but for all of God's expressions. How does my authenticity help the polar bears and the ice caps? How does my authenticity show up in places and jungles where I, the individual, will never go? Meeting people that I will never meet face to face. How does my authenticity, how does our divine authenticity show up and shine? And so we breathe as we enter into that space of silence. And as we continue to breathe, we breathe in the awareness, wholeness. I am that. I am. Perfection. I am that. I am. Completeness. I am that. I am. Love. I am that. I am. Divine. I am that. I am. Beauty. Wisdom. Creativity. Sacred imagination. I am that. I am. And I allow that because I have the authority. I allow that to show up as the true me. Because as we say, wherever I go, God is, and all is well. And so it is.
When I was a boy each week, on Sundays we would go to church, pay attention to the priest. He would read the holy word and consecrate the holy bread. Everyone would kneel and bow. Today the only difference is everything is holy now. Everything is holy now. When I was in Sunday school, we would learn about the time Moses split the sea in two. Jesus made the water wine. And I remember feeling sad that miracles don't happen now still. But now I can't keep track, 'cause everything's a miracle. Everything's a miracle. Wine from water is not so small, but an even better magic trick is that anything is here at all. So the challenging thing becomes not to look for miracles, but finding where there isn't one. When holy water was rare at best, it barely wet my fingertips. But now I have to hold my breath like I'm swimming in a sea of it. It used to be a world half there, heaven's second rate hand-me-down. But I walk it with a reverent air, 'cause everything is holy now. Read a questioning child's face and say it's not a testament. Well, that would be hard to say. And see another new morning come and say it's not a sacrament. I tell you that it can't be done. This morning outside I stood, saw a little red-winged bird shining like a burning bush, singing like a scripture verse. It made me want to bow my head. I remember when church let out, how things have changed since then. Everything is holy now. It used to be a world half there, heaven's second rate hand-me-down. But I walk it with a reverent air, 'cause everything is holy now.
David Trolley, the music ministry of David Trolley. Thank you, David. Always love it when I hear you sing that song. Thank you. And what a joy it is for me to be here today to welcome our guest speaker, the authentic Reverend Dr. Raymont Anderson. Absolutely authentic, which is what I love about him. I love to follow Dr. Ray on Facebook and see what authenticity he's into today. And I'm not going to do much. I'm not even going to do any more of an introduction, except I have a question for you, Ray. How did you end up in Bear, Delaware? Or are you from there?
Oh, that's an easy one. So My oldest son, daughter-in-law, and grandkids live in Smyrna. And I got to the point where I said, oh, wow, the baby was just born. Oh, wow, the baby's going off to college. What did I miss? I didn't want to miss anymore. So moved closer to be near them so I can harass them. It was an easy one.
Yeah. And welcome.
Thank you very much. So breathe. Good morning, Unity of Davis family. Or I feel like I should do my Yogi Bear. Hey, boo, is that picnic a basket? I feel like I should do my, anyhow. Breathe. I am honored once again to be with you as always to do this thing called life, this thing called love, this thing called celebration where we honor and celebrate our divinity. And today, as I looked at your theme, the quest for wholeness, you know me well enough by now, I hope, that you know I was going to stir the pot a bit. So, if we are ready, let's begin stirring the pot. So we're going to start with this idea of the word quest, just as the beginning. Thinking of typically quest means a journey, great effort in pursuit of a goal, to be ambitious or fervent in one's mission, something to that effect. It's the act of seeking or looking. Oh, where is my authentism? Oh, I'm looking for authenticity in all the wrong places, right? I'm seeking it. There is an attempt for me to obtain it, to find it, to pursue it. It's a search, it's a hunt, it's a journey, it's a voyage, just in general. Now, quest. Wholeness, the state of forming a complete or harmonious unity. Some synonyms: soundness, health, well-being of body, mind, spirit, a state or condition of not being broken, injured, or damaged. I am completely in an intact condition. Is it not interesting that the root word of whole, holistic, and holy are aligned with the same concept at the root? So, as David sang, everything is holy now, as it was, is, and forever will be, because it is a divine expression of the one. Everything is whole now. Everything is the oneness expressing now. Breathe that in. Today, we're specifically talking about this idea of the glass being half full or half empty. And of course, I brought a visual just to help us out a smidge. I feel like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. So as we look, see, I even colored it red so we would all be able to see it. So we look at the glass and we notice that there's a space hither and thither. And typically, we talk about it like, oh, well, the space that's missing, that's a what? Pessimist. If I see, oh, it's half empty, we would say, oh, pessimistic. Oh, half full, optimistic. Yeah, I got the concept. However, what if I say that, no, it's both and? The glass is both completely full based upon what we're looking for and what we're looking from. You said, what? What, Reverend Ray, what do you mean? I mean, if I am thirsty, I am parched, then I am focusing on that little bit is not going to be enough for me. If I am a molecular scientist, then I see the glass molecules, right? It's a solid. I see liquid molecules. I see gas molecules. That means the whole thing, the inside, the outside, the roundabout side, it's all molecules. That means it is completely full of molecules. That means it's whole. So if that's the case, then the question, like the deeper question in terms of this whole thing is, wait a minute. Then in my quest for wholeness, what am I looking for? Right? Like think about, when was the last time you woke up in the morning and couldn't find you? You misplaced your car keys on Monday, and my sister knows I'm forever misplacing like the timer or a button or something. Misplaced. I know it's here somewhere. And when you seek it, you cannot find it. One of those proverb things. When you seek it, you cannot find it. But surrender the attachment and it will reveal itself. So when was the last time that Ray woke up in the morning and said, "Oh, it is so good to be Reverend Richard"? Oh, wait, that's not me. That's the other glorious divine being. Where, oh, where did I leave me? Oh, man, did I leave me in the car again? We know, like, however, we have this concept that we're seeking our divinity. We are seeking our wholeness. How? Explain to me how we're doing this. How are we looking for something that we already are? That's like me saying, as an African American man, I'm trying to find my blackness. Where did I leave it, Reverend Richard? Did you look in the mirror, man? Look in the mirror. You'll see it. It's right there. Right? Like we don't look for our gender. Even our transgender siblings, they're not looking for their gender. They know their gender. They are seeking to express it. Even when the cultural norms would say, you're this, you're that, pink versus blue, and all of the other shenanigans that shape this, they say, no, 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 you don't get to determine who and what I am. I'm going to express my true self as I have the divine authority, the root etymology of authentic. I have the divine authority to express myself as only I can. And that's what they do. Wait a minute. Wait. So why are we not doing the exact same thing with our divinity? Imagine for a second, here we are, using our transgender siblings as the divine avatars and bodhisattvas of this lesson. Here's a child born and assigned a gender at birth. Okay. And as this child grows, they realize that that assignment is not the truth of their being. Pause. How many of us were grown up in a system of we assign you sinner from birth, imperfect from birth, and then we grow and we develop and we realize that assignment is not the truth of my being. And just like them, as they grow into recognition of who they truly are, and then they express that. Are we not doing the same thing? I realize and recognize that I am a divine expression of God, individualizing itself as me right now. And though I was assigned, you are simply a human being. You are this mere flesh, and when you die, you will cease to exist. Thank you, Mr. Nihilism, for poo-pooing all over my life. No, that is not the truth of my being. And so we morph into, same as they do, what clothing do I choose to wear as this divine being? How do I speak as this divine being? How do I acknowledge I need not quest for what already is, but I can look for, quest for, search for all of the ways that I can truly express the truth of my being? Because sometimes we do have to look for it. How many women, pre-suffragists, had to look for their rights, how to express what they already know to be their divine right, and then created the suffragist and the suffragist movement in order to express that. Same thing for civil rights, the gay liberation, and more and more and more. So the quest is actually not looking for the truth of our being, but how to express it. And I know we have, the stories such as, Brahma calls the council of gods and says, so, humanity has misused their divinity, so I want to hide it from them. Where should I hide it? You should hide it in the mountains. No, one day they're going to learn how to climb the mountains and they'll find it. Hide it under the earth. No, they're going to learn how to dig and they're going to find it. Hide it in the depths of the sea. No, they're going to learn how to swim and create a thing called a yellow submarine. No, that's a song. Never mind. They're going to create this thing and they're going to go look for it. So, I know where I'm going to hide it. I'm going to hide it within them. That's the last place they'll look. So I know we have these stories and these symbols of, yes, because they are pointing the way. But pointing the way to a drink is not drinking the drink. I'm so thirsty. To which Reverend Richard says, drink, man, drink. You have it right there. Be what you already are. So let me ask the question in terms of this questing. If I were to say, a numeric equation, and I'm going to keep it simple, I'm not going to do A divided by Y, I'm going to leave the calculus alone. 7 plus 3 equals, feel free to put it in the chat if you want. 7 plus 3, basic math, we know that answer. Right? On this side of, thank you, Lizzie, on this side of the equal sign, we know what it is. It's a 10, right? Like that's the only answer that can be. But if I take away 7 plus 3, I'm going to leave equals 10. How many ways can you now get to 10? Infinite. So the question is, are we focused on the problem or the solution? Because when we have the solution in mind, infinite possibilities avail themselves and in terms of how to get to that. So if on the other side of the equal is peace on earth, goodwill to all, not focused on war, what is it good for? Absolute. That's anyhow. What's with the songs today? You know whose fault that is. Yes, exactly. It's his fault. So anyhow, how do we not focus on war, but rather focus on peace? And then find all of the things that we need to subtract, divide, multiply, etc., to get to peace. Health and well-being across the planet. Carry the 1 divided by, oh, that's right, decimal point. There it is. Health and well-being for all. Same thing with our own lives. Where are we more focused on? I gained a pound today. I gained a pound today. I'm getting round and round. I gained a pound today. We're focused on the problem rather than I'm whole, perfect, and complete, just as I am, just as I am. I don't care what the scale says. I'm still perfect as I am. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Come on, David, let's go on the road. Perfect. That right? Like, I don't care what the scale says. I don't care what whoever, my mom, my dad, the minister I used to have, my 7th grade teacher, I don't care what any of them say. When I step into, I know who and what I am as a divine expression of creation itself. It changes how we show up. There's no more playing small when you realize, as Pythagoras said, know thyself, and you shall know truly both the universe and God. You said what? When we know ourselves, we know both the universe and God. But how, Ray? How? Because this is not Tupperware. They are not compartmentalized. Right? God's not upstairs and in the second drawer to the left of the refrigerator. That which God is everywhere, which means it's everything. There's not a spot where the divine is not. So what is our invitation to truly live authentically? changing our mental equivalent so we are no longer thinking lack and less than and there's something wrong with me. I don't care if I bounce the check or not. That doesn't change my divinity. If I had a moment of road rage and I blessed somebody with the magic middle finger, yes, I will repent and do, confessions with a New Thought minister, and I will share that on social media if I need to, but I will understand that that does not deny or subtract from the wholeness I am as spirit. There's nothing that could do that because that would mean that somehow, somewhere, some way, shape, or form, God can be less than itself. And it can't. So let's breathe. I gave you a lot of songs. I gave you a lot of things to think about today. And I know you're going to be humming some of them later. So let's breathe and let this sink in for a moment. Our quest for wholeness is a recognition of who and what we are. Simply understanding that whatever we claim to be true of God is true about us because there are not two. There's only one. One life, one mind, one source. And whatever is true about the universe itself, as Carl Sagan said, you are the way that the universe expresses and knows itself. So whatever is true about a rainbow, butterfly, a sunset, a funnel cake at the county fair, whatever is true about the deliciousness and the beauty of all of it is true about you right now. Not tomorrow, not after the next class, not after the next workshop, not after the next prayer. You are whole, perfect, and complete right now because God is whole, perfect, and complete right now. Our invitation is, how do I now choose to express that in the most authentic, compassionate, and powerful way that I can? Breathe. You are beautiful. Allow yourself to know it right now. And so it is.